All right, let me show you guys here the setup that I have. So I planted these 12 fruit trees, so it's a mix of apples and cherries that are out here. What I didn't want to do, excuse all the mess, the water is all the way over there. I didn't feel like running hoses all the way to the front yard, all the way down here, although I do have an attachment here if I need it. Now, instead of that, what I had done, because these trees, like when you put them in the ground when you first get them, they need 4 or 5 gallons of water a day, so that's a lot. So I did that for a while, and after we got through like the first couple of months, what I had done, we had this shed here. There's a lean-to right here. Now, I installed gutters on both sides. Now this one here, the overhang, was too, if I didn't put this rough cut one by here, it would have missed. So I had to put this rough cut one by here to push the gutter out a little bit further. So when it rains, rainwater comes down here, collects in these barrels. I found them on Facebook Marketplace for like $20 a piece. I had installed these valves here so that water comes out. There's something, I think, on the tape that I put on there, I think it's blocking some of it because the water pressure there is not anywhere near what the water pressure on this one is. Anyway, so I have a gravity fed like drip irrigation system I have going. So I have these, I just built these out of scrap. So then when we cut the grass, I can roll them up on here. Now what it looks like, all of these, and I bought all these things off Amazon for super cheap. This is an adapter that goes from 3/4 all the way down to 1/4 inch. This is like a really thin like pipe, and it's super easy to work with. You just heat it up with a like a lighter or something, and then they have a bunch of different fittings you put on there. So anyway, when I'm ready, take it off of here, run this one to this barrel right here. Now I have enough slope that that I can get water to that third tree pretty easily. So that's this barrel here. Now with this row right here, you can see there's really not that much difference in grade from here to here, especially if I had to cover, 60 feet down that way. So I use this 55-gallon barrel. Same connection up there, 3/4 inch to 1/4 inch, and it runs down. Now at all these trees, I put a T. So a T there, T there, and T there. I try to space them out like 1, 2, and 3. And then I run it down this way to that one, same thing, 1, 2, 3, same one, 1, 2, 3. Now I do get enough water pressure from that barrel there to run all the way down here. The issue that I'm running into is on this third run right here. That's all the old chicken coop stuff. So the third run here, I haven't put anything together yet, but I have nowhere near enough pressure to push. I got 5 down here, so like 150 feet has to travel. Then I had this one in the middle I just didn't have room for. I don't know if you can see that. So I think the solution I'm gonna have for that one is I will build like a little water tower right here, something that sits high enough off the ground that I can get some good gravity pressure from gravity running all the way down here. And it's running uphill too a little bit, so I have to be able to get enough pressure. So I got to put that water barrel high enough. Anyway, so I had left this on one night, and I had just this first row here with this barrel and that barrel connected, and it was full the night before, and I was about halfway. So 25, maybe 50 gallons of water ran out of here on those 3 trees overnight. Now we've got a good amount of rain lately, so I haven't really used this, but if we go a couple more days without rain, then I'll connect that up, put it on the barrel, the higher barrel, run this one too. Now this third one I'm still gonna have to hand water. This third row here I'm still have to hand water, but it's worked out good. Now I had tried a few different things here. My first prototype, I had gotten these like nozzles separately. Now they worked fine, And I had initially tried to do it in one circle and then tee off, and then a circle and then tee off, and then a circle and tee off. But I ended up abandoning that. It just took way too much of this this tubing, and I only had 400 feet. But 400 feet is good for this area, but I just can't run a circle around all these and go down. Anyway, so let me show you how this works. All right, so I'm hooking this up to here. And these fittings, like, obviously they're cheap, but again, I wouldn't be able to put like a water pump on here, but it's perfect for the for gravity fed. So I turn that on and I can hear it running down there. And if I look down here, give it a second. Okay, so I look down here. Like, that is more than enough. If you leave that for 12 hours on, that's going to be more than enough water for these trees here. And if I look down at this one, same thing. If you leave that on for 12 hours, that's going to be more than enough. And I did it overnight, and I had about 50 gallons come out. If I move down here, I changed this one a little bit. I just had the just those tees. Let's see if I can move that. Okay, hopefully you can see that coming out. So I have one there, got one here, and then one down at the end. Now, when you don't have a lot of pressure here, the orientation of these nozzles matter a lot. So make sure, when I make sure I have to flip them all upside down. For example, like when I get down to this section right here, this is what I got. So if I look down here, where are you at? There you are. Okay, so I mean, that is good water flow right there. For 12 hours straight of that, that'll be more than enough. And this one in the middle, okay, if I raise that up a little bit, you can see that's coming out pretty well. And then down on these other ones, you don't have to point that down. But yeah, I mean, so that flow right there is more than enough if you give it a long enough time. Sometimes you just gotta play with it too. So now that one's good. Put it a little bit lower. So, I mean, I'm going all the way from here to that bucket up there on that, or that barrel up there on the corner. So I'm good with this one. Same thing with the second one here. I'm good with that one. Now this is that third row that I got to figure out.